Hello all of you. Now we start the next topic, that is sectional orthographic projections. Now we have already learned what is called as orthographic projections, where we have seen that we are given some object in its isometric view and then we are asked to draw its different views from the front direction, that is the front view, top view, side view and so on, which we have already learned. Now what we see is how to draw the objects when they are cut in section. That is called as sectional orthographic projections. Now let us see why do we need sectional orthographic projections. We have already seen that when an object is drawn and some of the parts of the object are not seen. Say for example, take a pipe. Now pipe, as you know, is a hollow object. So when you want to draw a pipe, what you draw is a rectangle, and in that rectangle we draw dotted lines, and these dotted lines indicate the inside diameter of the pipe. But although we have got this facility of drawing the lines as dotted lines when some of the edges are not seen, in some cases it becomes very difficult when the number of dotted lines increase. If there are a lot of complex objects, then the dotted lines are too many in number, and then we find it difficult to interpret what these dotted lines are. Therefore, what is done is the object is cut and we show the internal details of the object to reduce the confusion, to reduce the complexity. Now let us take a simple example. Now look at this figure. As you see here, this is some object. Okay, it looks like a square kind of an object which is hollow, and inside that there is one more square like this. Now if you draw this object in its say front view, then you will have to show many dotted lines, and those dotted lines, now of course this is not a very complex object, so it can still be shown, but this is an example to indicate what is the meaning of a sectional view. So what is done here is, as you can see here, with this cutting plane, this object is cut from here. It is cut into two parts, and then since the observer is looking in this direction, this half of the part is removed and the back part is retained. This back part is retained, and this is shown here, the back part is shown here, and the portion which is newly exposed after cutting, whichever surface is newly exposed, that surface is shown by sectional lines. Whichever was not seen earlier, now it is seen. This is shown by sectional lines drawn like this. Now how to draw sectional lines, that we will see later on. But once you show these section lines, this indicates the section of this object. So if you draw this object in section, look how it looks. This is the sectional front view. Now we know how to draw this front view. If it is not a section, we would have drawn this like a dotted line. In fact, for this object, if you draw the side view and front view will be same. So you can see here side view, and this is our front view if it is not in section. Now because it is in section, what we do is we are drawing these surfaces which are newly created, which are shown by section lines, and then this becomes the sectional front view. Elevation is also another name of front view. So it is a sectional front view. Now when you see from top, there is a top view, or it is also called as a plan, and this is the say right hand side view drawn on the left side. So this becomes a sectional front view of the object and the other two views of this object. So this is a simple example of what is the meaning of a sectional drawing. Now having seen this basic object and having understood the basic meaning of sectional drawing, now let us see various varieties and various rules, etc., to be observed while preparing a sectional projections. So now let's take the other slide. Now here it indicates how to draw the section lines. Now here the rule says that when you draw section lines, these section lines are drawn generally at 45 degrees to the axis. Now in this case there is an ellipse. This ellipse is inclined, but the axis of the ellipse is like this, and the section lines are drawn. You can see here 45 degrees to the axis of the object. Now here also it is drawn 45 degrees to the edges of the object, 45 degrees to the edges of the object, 45 degrees to the edges of the object. So the rule is draw the section lines at 45 degrees to the axis or to the edges. Okay, and the other thing is section lines are drawn lighter than the outlines. Now we already know the intensity of outlines, which is the darkest of all, and the section lines are drawn medium dark. So dimension lines and section lines, they are medium dark, and as you know, the construction lines, they are the light lines. So we have got three types of lines, three intensities of lines: light lines, which are construction lines; medium lines, which are dimension lines and section lines; and then the outlines, which are the darkest of all lines. So this is how we draw the section lines. Moreover, they should be drawn with uniform spacing between them. So when you draw these lines, the distance between the two lines should be approximately equal. Now there is one method for doing it to make it very simple. You know, we have got one set square like this, which is a plastic transparent set square. So what is done is, at a distance of here, say about 2 mm, at a distance of 2 mm from here, one line is drawn as a groove. With the pointed edge of the compass, you draw one groove like this, and in this groove you fill the ink of the pen, so that it will look like a black line. And at the same time you wipe it out so that this black line will not rub against the paper and it will not spoil your paper. So now you have got a set square with a black line on it. Just like the other graduations, numbers, etc. Similar to that, you will have one line at a specific distance, say 1.5 or 2 mm from the edge. Then what is done is, suppose this is a section which you want to fill by drawing section lines, which are supposed to be at equal distance. So what is done is, you hold your set square like this against certain device like your scale, rolling scale or something, and then you draw one line here. Then you shift it forward so that this line will align with the line which you have drawn, and this edge will move forward so that you can draw one more line here. So like that, you go on moving this forward, go on matching this line with the line which you have drawn, and use this edge for drawing the new line. Like that, you will go on drawing lines one after another, and they will be at equal distance. So this is one method which can be adopted. Now there is another rule. When you want to show a dimension like this in a section lines, this is called the hatching region. So in the hatching part, if you want to show a dimension, then only around the dimension you have to disconnect, or you have to rub or erase or remove the section lines. So section lines are erased, they are discontinued around the figure of the dimension. Now these are some of the mistakes that are made while drawing the section lines. Now here the section lines are not at an equal distance, so incorrect. Spacing not uniform. Here the spacing is very, very close to each other. It should not be very close also, because it will spoil the appearance and you will have to waste a lot of time in drawing these lines. Then the section lines are too thick. You can see here the outline and the section lines, they are equally thick. So again, this is not acceptable. Now the section line intensity is not same. So some of them are light, some of them are dark. Again, uniform thickness is not there. Now here the section lines are not touching to the outline. They are breaking in between, which is again incorrect. Now here this is a larger part, this is a smaller part. Now generally the rule says for the larger part the spacing should be more, or the smaller part the spacing should be less, but that rule is not observed here. Now here it is said correct, but even this also is a mistake. Even here it is not followed, although it is written as correct. Normally the spacing here should be more, the spacing here should be less. Now what you observe here is, say this is an object and you are drawing this object in sections. So you cut the object, the top view is shown cut from here. So if you cut the top view from here and then you are asked to draw the front view, then the front view will be drawn like this, and it is also shown here with a mistake. This is the correct way of drawing, this is the incorrect way of drawing. So what is incorrect here is, as you see here, what you will feel like doing, if you take a section from here, then you will show the section lines all right, but you will also feel like showing these holes which are behind by dotted lines. Okay, you might show these holes by dotted lines because they are still there as such. So technically it is correct to show these dotted lines, but the rule says that these dotted lines you are not supposed to draw in the sectional view. Remember, in the sectional view like this, the dotted lines are not drawn. Either they are coming in the sectional area or they are coming somewhere else. In the entire view, dotted lines are not to be drawn. The reason is we are not interested in what is present behind. What is here we are not interested. We are interested only what is present along this plane where we are cutting. So we show the details in the cutting plane in this place, which is this section lines and the shape. We are not interested in what we are here. That's why dotted lines are not drawn. So that's why this is incorrect, and this is how it should be drawn. So all the dotted lines are not drawn. So this becomes the way front view is drawn as a correct front view. But there are some exceptions. In some case what happens, like here there is another figure. So in this figure, this is at a different thickness, this is at a different thickness. So these two are not same. Here everything was at the same thickness. So here the thickness is different. So in this case, if you try to follow this rule and draw like this and eliminate the dotted lines, then the reader will think that if the thickness is same throughout. So then there will be a confusion. Actually the thickness is not same. So in such case, you are supposed to draw this dotted line, everything which is behind, although this is a sectional view, and therefore this is correct and this is not correct. The reason is the thickness is different, so you will have to show this, otherwise the interpretation will go wrong. So this is just an exception which happens very rarely. Otherwise the basic rule is this. Now we'll see different types of sections. Now as you see here, there is an object like this and it is cut, but it is cut only half. It is not cut full. So this kind of object is called as a half sectional view. So what is drawn here is a half sectional view. Now when half sectional view is drawn, when the object is symmetric. Now as you can see, this object is symmetric. So when an object is symmetric, instead of cutting the entire object, the object is cut only half. And then when you see from the front, you will see half part as a section and half part as a no section. Now what is the advantage of this half section? The advantage of half section is that as you see here, you can see the internal details also, you can see the external details also. So in the same drawing, you can see both internal as well as external view. Therefore, in such cases, half sectional view is drawn. Now, there is another type of section. This is called a removed section. As you see, there is a hook here. Now, how this hook is made up of, you might think of drawing the side view of the hook. But then, that is unnecessary because the rest of the shape we are not interested. We are mainly interested in how this particular section is made up of. So what they do is, imagine that you cut here and take a section here. So whatever is the cross section at this place, that section is drawn outside the figure. So this is called the removed section. The section is removed from here and drawn separate. So instead of drawing it like a side view kind of thing, it is drawn outside the figure. This is called the removed section. Another example is here. Now this is another object which looks like this in the front view, and by these lines we are not clear what it is. So you might think of drawing the side view. But here the length is so large that you will not be able to draw the side view on the sides. So in such case again, a removed section is drawn. So you cut it from here, and whatever is the section in this place, that means if you after cut, if you see in this direction, whatever you will see, that is drawn not as a side view, but it is drawn separately as a removed section. So this is a removed section, it is removed from here. And by looking at this object and the removed section, you will come to know what this object is. Now this is another object. Now this object has got different sections. At this place the shape is different, at this place this cross section is different, at this place the cross section is different. Now if you draw the side view, it will become too complex. So what is done is, the side view is not drawn at all. But instead of that, the section is taken here. So if you cut at this place, what will be the section? That section is drawn here itself by rotating the section. So when you rotate the section and draw in the same place, this is how it looks. So this is called as rotated section. So the section is rotated here. At this place the section is square. At this place the section is octagonal. At this place the section is circular. So this is called as rotated view or revolved section. See, the section is actually like this, but we have drawn it in the drawing, we have drawn it this way. Okay, this is another figure, another type of section. This is called the partial section. Partial means the entire object is not cut. See, the objective here is to show the details here. What is here, that is to be shown. So what is done is, only this much part is removed and you have shown the internal details. Rest of the place, what is the section, that is not important. Therefore it is not shown. So you can see here, partially it is cut and you have shown this hole. What is the shape of this hole, that is shown here. Rest of the object is still seen as a outside object, like an external view, like usual view. Now when you take a section, we have already seen that the parts which are cut, they are to be shown in sections. So in this case, this plate is cut, section lines are shown. This is cut, section lines are shown. This is a pipe which is cut, section lines are shown here also. But you will observe that this is a shaft which is cut, but the section lines are not shown here. There is a bolt here which is cut. The bolt is cut. The bolt is cut, but still the section lines are not shown here. Now here again the rule says that if you are cutting the standard objects, like bolt is a standard object, solid rod, shaft is a standard object. So when you cut standard object and when there is nothing else inside to be shown, now in the shaft there is nothing inside. So by taking section you are not showing anything great. Even by cutting bolt you are not showing any details inside the bolt because there is nothing inside the bolt. So therefore such standard parts, when they are cut, although they are cut, they are not to be shown in section. They are to be shown just as it is, as if they are not cut. As if they are not cut. Now the same drawing, if you cut from here and when you draw the side view, that time the shaft is cut. So because the shaft is cut, the shaft is shown in section. In fact here also the section line should be shown, but they are not interested in that. They are just interested here to explain to us how the shaft is to be shown in section when it is cut perpendicular to the axis. So we are supposed to know all these rules when you prepare the sectional drawings. Now we come to the actual object. So you can see there is an object like this, and this object is cut from here, and then you are going to draw the sectional front view. Now the direction of arrow tells you in what direction you are looking at the object after you cut the object. So you cut the object from here and look in this direction. It is called a sectional front view, section AA. Now how the sectional front view will look? This is in fact still not a front view. This is just a three-dimensional view. They are showing how it looks after it is cut. Now you will wonder what happens here is, when you cut, this pipe is cut, this plate is cut, and even this is called a rib. Rib is also cut. But then, although this rib is cut and although this is a newly created surface, just like this surface and this surface, this is not shown in section. The rib is cut, but it is not shown in section. Why it is like this? Now this again is a part of a rule. The rule says that if you cut the rib along the plane like this, then it is not to be shown in section although it is cut. Now this rule is made because if you show this in section, then it will give an impression that this whole thing is a solid thing. Like this taper shape is there all over, like a conical shape it will be. That is what will be the interpretation will be if this is shown in section. So this rib is not shown in section. The reader understands that it is a rib, that's why section is not shown here. Now there is another object shown here, and this object is shown, the object is like this, and this object if you cut from the middle and if you look in this direction, that will be the sectional front view, and that is how it is drawn. First of all, the object is drawn in the 3 dimensions after it is cut. So these are the newly created surfaces. Now when you draw the figures, you don't have to draw this figure, you are supposed to draw only the final figure like this. So sectional front view and top view. Now we already know how the front view is drawn, but that time we were drawing these lines as dotted lines because they were not seen. Now after you cut, this surface is visible and this edge also is visible. Therefore this is the way it is drawn. This is called as a sectional front view. This is the top view of this figure. So now you can see this is a figure. This is the cut section and this is the section in orthography. Similarly, there is one more figure here. This is the figure. You can see here the figure is like this. Now in this figure, this particular line is wrong. This line should not be there. It's wrongly drawn. So the figure is like this. And when you cut from the middle like this, if you cut from this and when you see from top, that becomes the sectional top view. How this will be seen? This is the same three-dimensional view after it is cut. After you cut the view, after you cut the part, how it is seen in 3 dimensions, this is how it is. This is the sectional part portion. Newly created surface is here, and when you draw the orthographic views, this is your one view, say front view. When you see from above after it is cut, this is a sectional top view. That means how this surface is seen when you see from top, sectional top view. And this is the view from the right side drawn on the left side, that is the right side view. So you can see object, then the object in section, and then the sectional views of the object. So again, similarly, there is a figure given, some object is given, and this object you are going to draw its sectional front view, and then the other views, top view and side view, etc. So when you cut from here, this will be the object, how it will be seen. And the newly created surface is shown by section lines. You can see here there is a slot here. So because there is a slot here, when you cut it from here, the cutting plane will not cut anything here because there is a slot here. Therefore, when you take a section, you will see there are no section lines here. In fact, this is not in the same line. There should be some distance here. That is not shown properly. These are, you can see, is a small mistake here. It will not be in one line. Because as you see here, this line is, the cutting plane is here and the object is here. So there is some difference between the two. So you can see the usual front view, usual top view, usual side view. This is what you already know. You would have drawn this easily. But here the front view is asked to be in section. So this view you don't have to draw like this. Instead of that, the front view is separately shown as a sectional front view. This you can draw here as a sectional front view. So you can see what is there, what is remaining, what is not remaining. So this view is to be compared with this. So the sectional front view and the same view is drawn in isometric. Now again, let me repeat. When this question is asked to you, you have to draw sectional front view here and in the top view and the side view. This is only for explanation.